All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I told y'all before that my lawsuits weren't over with yet. On Saturday, we received a letter from the Commission on Judicial Disabilities. We filed our complaints against the judges who denied me a jury trial, said that I had no rights to a jury trial, even though I'm guaranteed with it under the supreme law of this country. So I'm telling y'all that these domestic terrorists within are trying to take our constitutional rights away from us daily. And we're just giving a blind eye to it. And the only way we put a stop to it is that we come together and say we're not going to take this no more. A lot of y'all complain about Donald Trump and this Harris presidency election. But the problem is you crying about it and ain't standing up for nothing. That these are the only two people in America running for the president of the United States. And it's because we have allowed domestic terrorists to infiltrate our government. As you see, I haven't even opened it up yet. I wanted to put it on film to show y'all exactly what these people are saying. We filed these two complaints on the judges of the circuit court, or the district court of Montgomery County, for denying me a jury trial. And the administrative judge of the circuit court, he's got one coming too. And the funny thing about him is several years back, he was involved in the fictitious arrest of me, saying that I ordered contract hits on judges, the county executive, Ike Leggett, and his family, the judges, all this bullshit. He was a part of it. He thinks I don't remember him, but I do. And now we have a platform to start putting these corrupt judges out there, these corrupt individuals who work in the government, so you people can see it. A lot of people talk about, I'm trying to get money. I care less about the money. I'm well taken care of for the rest of my life. I don't need the money. This is about awareness, accountability, showing people just how corrupt our system is. And these judges are at the top of the food chain when corruption is come. Our Lady Justice has become a whore in America. This is the address where you all need to file complaints on judges when they violate your rights. And I mean the supreme right. I don't mean this bullshit they make up to try to justify or sway it to their way. Prosecutors, lawyers, this is where you file on these individuals and file complaints and put it in their jacket. Me filing one may not do nothing, but when all you people start filing and start seeing that these individuals who judicial sit on the bench and judge you are corrupt, maybe you'll start doing something. And maybe these kind of agencies won't cover for them. Believe me when I tell you, I'm not naive. I'm not thinking that these people are going to do anything, but I'm coming to you, the people, to show you just how corrupt these individuals are. Now, we filed two complaints on two judges in the district court of Montgomery County, Silver Spring, denying me my right to a jury trial. That is a guaranteed right. It's not something that another individual can take away from you. Their forefathers guaranteed these rights to American citizens. And these clowns, these domestic terrorists, are trying to take this stuff away from you. And the only way we put a stop to it is that we start getting these individuals out of office. And the way we do that is let everybody know just how corrupt they are. Okay? And this social platform is the way to do it. We're not just going after law enforcement, government. We're going after the judges, government officials. You know, You people just elected, and I'm not going to say you people, I'm saying the people of Maryland just elected a criminal to sit in the Senate. What kind of shit is that? This woman has not paid her taxes. She got taxes, extorted money from the taxpayers of Maryland. She owned rental properties she didn't pay for, and taxes on criminal activity, and you people of Maryland voted her into the Senate. Ain't that some shit? And the reason you voted, because you were influenced by individuals who sit at their house. Let me make it very clear to you Marylanders. I know you didn't have a good choice, but the good choice came about because you're not holding people accountable. Hogan he was a piece of shit too. But you had two pieces of shit. And then when there was a third person who I didn't even get into, I don't know nothing about him, but I know about these two right here. This woman y'all just put into the Senate, she was the one who sent a state attorney from Prince George's County into Montgomery County and said that she was a Montgomery County prosecutor on my case. The judge, Jackson, said he was a Montgomery County judge who gave me prison time. And then when I found out about it, they tried to give me house arrest or all this bullshit. Come on, man. And then when I refused and told them I'll sit in prison until I overturn my shit or do the time, they eventually had to get the police to get me out of prison. Yeah, I'm the first person they threw out of prison. They had to get the police to come and get me out of prison because I wasn't going to bow down to their shit. You know, prison is a tool they use to try to fool you. Jail is a tool they try to persuade you not to do certain shit. I'm not one of their animals. I'm not a slave, and I'm not a coward. So none of that shit worked on me. Okay? You can say what you want to say about me, but only a real person, a real man, real woman stands up. If you didn't commit a crime, you don't take plea bargains. You fight it, and then you show. But the problem is, we got a whore who runs our justice system, and her name is Lady Justice. She has her eyes wide open. So I'm letting y'all know this. Until we come together as a people, free people, and start getting these domestic terrorists out of our government, we're going to keep having these kind of people keep running for our office because real honest people don't want to get involved in this corruption. We have to start holding these people accountable for their actions. I don't know what these people wrote back to me just yet. I'm gonna open it up so you can see it just like I'm gonna see it. What I do know is this: I didn't waive my right to a jury trial. The supreme law of the United States says I have a right, a guaranteed right to a jury trial in all criminal matters if I choose to, if it holds jail time. I was denied that right. I even filed a motion demanding a jury trial pursuant to Maryland statute and pursuant to Maryland's Bill of Rights. I have that right, but I was denied that right by these domestic terrorists who have decided to wage war on the supreme law of this country, which is the Constitution. That's right. These are new traitors and terrorists. Anybody who wages war on what is written in the supreme law of this country is a terrorist, a domestic terrorist. And that's what you need to start calling, from the police all the way up to the White House. You all people just saw what happened with Joe Biden and his son. This is what's going on in this country. How the fuck you pardon somebody, your own family member, and you're allowed to do that shit? But you people ain't saying shit about it. Immunity. Who chooses immunity? Who gets immunity and who doesn't? We have to rewrite the laws in this country and start holding people accountable for their actions. Okay? Let me get to what they wrote to me. I'm gonna lay this camera down for a minute so I can open up this letter. You'll be able to hear me, but you won't see me. But I'm gonna let you read exactly what they wrote me back, responding to the complaints that I filed against them. And the funny thing, I'm gonna tell y'all people right now, this ain't over with, because I'm going all the way to Capitol Hill. I'm just taking the steps right now to show that, no rock was unturned for me seeking justice in this. So hold on for a minute. I'm finna open this up so y'all can see what was written. But I'm telling y'all, free people, the only way we change this government is that we start getting rid of these domestic terrorists that we have in office. A lot of y'all want to complain about Donald Trump being elected, Harris. Neither one of them was worthy enough to be president, but we got to have somebody to run this country. All right? But yet and still, when push come to shove, y'all won't get together, come together, and do nothing. Y'all will talk behind closed doors. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. That's the envelope. This is the letter that was sent to me Saturday. All right. Oh, here. There go address. And most people talking about where you done for. That's not my address. That's the address where all my legal mail go to. So I don't touch it. That I have a third party touches it first before I do. Okay. This is on Oliver. So I got another letter coming because there's on another judge. There's 2 judges that I filed on. You see what I'm saying? They cover each other's asses. Look here, factually unfounded. You see how they cover each other's ass? These people, this judge, denied a free citizen their right to a guaranteed right to have a jury trial. And make no mistake about it. Look at here, y'all. We're going to do a background check on her. We're going to run her name through here. And I'm pretty sure she'll be hooked up to. This is their information, y'all. They're all in cahoots. We have a judicial system that is corrupt, y'all. These people, I'm entitled, every free citizen and myself are entitled to a jury trial unless I waive it. I filed a motion requesting a jury trial, and I was denied it. And you see what this corrupt terrorist says? Factually unfounded, or even if proved, fail to establish, ain't that some shit? A person took away a citizen's guaranteed right. I told you, our justice system, even these made up little things like this, when you file complaints, as I told you before I opened up the envelope, I'm not thinking that they would do anything. We're taking this all the way up to Capitol Hill, and I just want everything in black and white to show their response. And I'm going to show it to you all, free people. These people are taking your rights away from you because we have allowed people like this to get into positions and they do nothing. This is just like the internal affairs of the police department, the fraternal order of police in the police department, the bar association, the appeals court, judges, come on, we're filing complaints on the United States judges up there in Greenbelt. Yeah, you about to get up there too. We're going to see. But this shit right here, this is Maryland. Look at that. This is Maryland shit. And they cover each other. I was telling you about the appeals court where Judge Jackson and this also bright people came to Montgomery County. Judge Jackson was elected in Prince George's County. He wasn't a Montgomery County judge, but he said he was and sat on my case and talking about he found me guilty of ordering these hits on these judges and the county executive and their family. And then when I found out that they are, what did they do? They cover the shit up, move them around, move them out of their positions. Get the fuck out of here. You know, this is the corruption that we the people got to do away with. And as long as we allow this shit to go on, they're going to keep digging in like ticks, Georgia ticks, and doing what they want to do. But I'm telling y'all right now, just like I tell people, Donald Trump is an eye-opener for Americans. And y'all about to find out how much an eye-opener he is. You talk about Joe Biden. Look at what Joe Biden just did. How the fuck your son committing criminal activity and you the president and you pardon him? And you know why? Because you people aren't saying anything. But one thing about this whole thing is this, and I keep telling you, history repeats itself. You can push a squirrel or raccoon or possum in a corner, and sooner or later he gonna come out fighting. You free people haven't been pushed in the corner far enough yet, but it's coming, and history will repeat itself. The only way we stop history from repeating itself is that we come together and start removing these domestic terrorists from office. How in the world that what is written in the supreme law of this country, that every free citizen and Maryland's law is entitled to a jury trial that carries any kind of jail time unless they waive that right. I clearly did not waive that right. But these domestic terrorists took that right away from me, and I went before one judge. Whether I was found guilty or not guilty, I was entitled to a jury trial, ladies and gentlemen. Every citizen is entitled to a jury trial if they request it, if it carries any kind of incarceration. But because these individuals are so corrupt and extorting money, they do what they want to do to save money by letting you go before one judge. And I'm telling you, all you criminals out there who watch my my platform, if you charge with a crime, tell them you want a jury trial. These criminals, these domestic terrorists, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to send you to a jury trial because they don't want to pay the money. They want to keep the money for themselves, extort the money from themselves. That's why they con you into going before a one-judge trial. That judge works for the state, no matter what you may think of it. And if you don't believe me, this happens all over the United States. Go to that YSL trial from the beginning when you had the black judge up there, which was a racist move anyway. You got a black judge, you got a black DA, and this is how they try to play. Same thing with mine. Of all them judges sitting up there in Rockville, the white judges or whatever, not one of them wanted to sit on my case. So they go to Prince George's County and get a black judge, Johnson, and a black state attorney to prosecute me. If that ain't a fucking racist move, I don't know what is. And the same thing with this YSL shit. And now they kick his ass off because he clearly shows he's for the DA. And then what they do? They put a white woman in place of a black judge, so she's more superior to the black judge, and he doesn't even see the foolishness that he's being played. And that's what goes on with Lady Justice. She's a whore, ladies and gentlemen of America. Our judicial system is a whore. She sells herself to the highest bidder. And as you see, and I'm going to show you the complaint so you all can read it. I'm going to try to some kind of way put it all on there so you can see that my complaint was that I was denied my constitutional and the state of Maryland's constitutional right to a jury trial. And as you see with this terrorist right here, y'all, I want y'all to see who she is. Factually unfounded. And even if I can prove it, they did nothing wrong. Ain't that some shit? It is a criminal act to violate a citizen's constitutional right. Ain't that some shit, y'all? Look at here, y'all. I want y'all to go. I'm gonna put it in this platform bar. Maryland Rule 18424B. My complaint, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna let you read it. My complaint was not that I was charged with a fictitious crime of disorderly conduct. And you saw the tape where they conspired to get the disorderly conduct. But that I requested a jury trial. I requested a jury trial. I did not waive my right to a jury trial, but I requested it. And I'm going to tell you why she denied it, right? Founded, unfounded. She didn't like what I wrote in it, calling these individuals terrorists, traitors, and criminals. And that's exactly what they are. I'm gonna put it in here. I just got to figure a way to do it. I'm not one of these computer people. So I got to figure a way so I can put all of it in here so you all can read it. The complaint. But what I'm saying is this. These individuals cover each other's asses. And we, the people, got to start covering our asses because these are some domestic terrorists. And when we see these individuals like this, we got to get them out of our government. We got to get them out from holding some. And then the funny thing about it, they're going to talk about she don't have no power. Okay, just make sure it goes in this judge's jacket. And I'm pretty sure if you look at it, it won't be in there because this is how they did the first one. Lawsuit. They took all the subpoenas and summons out of the jacket and say that I never brought them back to the courthouse. Shit is crazy, y'all. But it ain't over with yet, so y'all stand by because this judge here, we're going all the way up to Capitol Hill, y'all, to the federal. We got to start removing these people out of office. They're criminals. Stand by. More to come. It's a damn shame that this is what our country has come to. Criminals running it. And we the people are allowing this to happen, y'all. So y'all, right here, if you want to call these people, write to these people and tell them people have rights to a jury trial. That's their address. Stand by. More to come.